Good morning, everyone. Brooke here, ready for a 45-minute Pilates routine. We're going to use a little bit of equipment today. We're going to throw in a Pilates brick or yoga brick. If you don't have a brick, grab just a thick paperback book, works just as well. And we're also going to use the long resistance band. So we're going to actually hold the band. We're going to start with the band as we come to standing. So stand at the end of your mat. Look at your feet. Feet should be about hip width apart with your toes and heels in line, so feet like train tracks. And reach that band out in front of you with your hands just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And then lift your arms up overhead, just really lengthening through the fingertips. I'm just going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. And just think you're lifting up and over and just lean to one side. Just really feeling that stretch through this side of the body as you reach that band over to the other side. Come up, again, grow a little taller. I might just go slightly off screen there. And then lean the other way. Try to keep your hips right over the feet to make sure you're not leaning, swinging the hips out too much to the side. The band goes back up to the ceiling, shoulders away from the ears, ribs to hips, and then again, lean one way. Just pulling that lower arm, stretching that band slightly. Breathe in, lift up and over, and then breathe out. Lift the other way again, lower arm, stretching the band. Come back up to standing. I'm going to change my position now. I'm going to reach your arms behind you and really open up that chest as the band comes back down to the hips behind. Now lift the arms up overhead and reach them out in front until the band drops to the hips in front. Think rib to hip connection, belly button pulled in tight. Lift the arms up over your head, all the way back and down. Inhale, and then as you breathe out, lift the arms up overhead and then down in front of you. Now I want you to lift the band up. Check again that your feet are parallel. We're going to bend the knees as you stretch the band. Imagine you're sitting back into a chair and then back to standing. Bend the knees, stretch your band. Knees track perfectly over the toes. Let's aim 4 more. And 3. Feel free to adjust your band if it feels too loose. Just shorten it a little bit. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now lift the band over your head and then stretch the band, just kind of grazing the back of your head, maybe down to the shoulders. Just sliding the band down your back and up. Keep your rib to hip connection. Drop your tailbone towards the floor. Last one. Down and up. And then reach the arms in front of you. And then we can just pop the band to the side for the moment. Drop your chin to your chest, round your spine, and roll down over the legs. Just holding there for a moment. Nod the head to relax the back of the neck, and then shake the hips side to side. Bend your knees, get your chest right on top of your knees. Your thighs should be parallel to the floor. Hips down low into a low squat. Place your hands on the mat, and then try to straighten the legs out as best you can. One more. Your knees, hands come down to the mat, hips in a low squat, and then straighten the legs out. Just get a nice stretch through the hamstrings. Let the head hang. And then bend your knees, hands to the mat, and walk forward, breathing out as you come out into a plank. Good. Lift the head, slide the shoulders down the back, zip the core tight, try to tilt the pelvis slightly. Lift your right leg up, press into your left heel, and then drop your right knee under the body to that left elbow. 2 more times. Lift and lower. And let's hold this one, knee under the body for 3. Back to your plank, up, shoulders are down, left leg comes up, press into that right heel, left knee to right elbow, breathing out, drop the hip, and lift, exhale, lower. 1 more, lift and lower and hold for 3, 2, 1. Come back to your plank, zip the core, and then lift the hips all the way up, press into your heels, and hold your downward dog stretch for a big breath in. Really try to get the heels down to the mat. Feet. Check your feet are still hip width apart and parallel. Bend knees, chin to chest, rounded spine. Roll yourself all the way up. Shoulders and head. Big inhale, lift the arms overhead. And then exhale, float up onto your toes. Get your rib to hip connection. Relax your shoulders and lengthen the back of the neck. Reach your arms out to the side. Drop your heels to the mat. Lace the fingers behind the back. Lift the arms, lift your chest. And then hinge yourself forward. The knees, let the arms drop away from the body. Hold for a big inhale. Lift the chest slightly, and then as you exhale, drop the chest a little further. Let the hands come down to the sides, all the way down to your mat. Bend your knees. Walk the hands forward. Breathe out as you come forward. Slide the shoulders down the back, squeeze the glutes, zip the core tight, point the left toe, tap out and in. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tuck the left toes under, point the right toes, zip the core, tap out and in for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Tuck the right foot under. Now I want you to step your left hand forward, right hand forward, left hand back, right hand back. Just a little shuffle forward, forward, back, back. 3 more. Left and right, left, back, right, back. Last 2. Forward, forward, back, back. 1 more. Try to resist the movement through the hips. Now hold. Back into your plank. Hands directly beneath the shoulders. Lift the head, zip the core. Step your right hand forward. Follow with the left, back and back. 3 more. Right, left, step back and back. Last 2. Just shuffle forward. Now this feels too strong. Just hold your plank. That's fine too. Back and hold. Now we're going to lower your knees down to the mat. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms out. Move that break. Just have them sit back into your child pose, really lengthening through the fingertips. As you come forward, I want you to come down on your elbows. Lace your fingers together and then slide your right leg back. Slide your left leg back. Lower your hips down to the mat. Lift your head so you're looking off the mat. Tilt your pelvis so you're scooping your belly button in, and then tap your right knee down and then the left. Right knee, left knee. You can have a T in the middle of your back so the hips are level with the shoulders. Stay there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift both knees. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Hold there for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the knees and sit back onto your heels. Stretch your arms, rest your head, and breathe. Good. Okay, let's change position. So coming onto your back, and I want you to grab your brick or your book, whatever you're using. You can use a cushion as well. And we're going to place the brick between your inner thighs. Try to have it fairly high. So it's not between your knees, it's between the soft tissue, between the muscles of the inner thighs, rather than up here between the bones of your knees. So try to really wrap your knees around the top of that brick. Have your shins parallel to the floor. Try to maintain a neutral spine to get a little bit of a curve through the lower back. Draw the belly button in and really lift the pelvic floor. So imagine your sit bones at the base of the pelvis drawing together. Lift the perineum up and away, lift the back passage, squeeze your brick tight. Feel your head and shoulders up off the mat and start pumping the arms. Breathing in for 4 beats. Breathe out. Now keep the core strong. If you want to advance this, we stretch the legs out. Little turn out on the toes. So again, squeezing that brick with the inner thighs. Breathe. 2, 3, 4. Scooping the belly button in tight. Breathe. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, and out. Think rib to hip connection. Breathe. 4 more breaths. Keep your shoulders relaxed, but strong movements to the arms. Breathing in. 2. Don't let that brick go. Keep squeezing it tight. 2 more breaths. Breathe. 2, 3, 4. Last one. Breathing in. 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. Good. Drop your shoulders down. Now grab your brick and use it to into your chest. Add a little bit of movement side to side. And then place the brick to the side. Roll yourself up, and I want you to prop yourself up onto your elbows. Pull your knees into your chest, bring your ribs down towards the mat. So imagine a little belt just under that lowest rib, pulling down towards the mat. Now we're going to extend the legs out. Breathe out. Core stays in tight. Breathe in, bend the knees. Really try to lift up out of the shoulders. Extend the legs. Bend the knees. 2 more times. Reach. And bend. And last one, we're going to extend and hold. Now rotate your toes outward, squeeze the heels together, and lower your right leg down. Exhale, lift it back up. Keep that belly button pulled in tight. Left leg comes down. Lengthen through the toes. Lift back up. Really lift up out of the shoulders. A nice proud chest, chin up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let's go 1 more time. Each leg. Last one. Inhale down. Exhale up. Now, if you need to modify this next one, bend your knees and lower the feet with the knees bent, down and up. If you want the advanced version, extend the legs and go from here, down and up. Let's aim for 4. Breathe in as you lower. Breathe out as you lift. Inhale to lower. Keep the rib to hip connection. Keep the core strong. Last 2. And lift. 1 more. And lift. Now, if you have those knees bent, I want you to extend them. And we're going to let the legs come slowly, slowly all the way down to the mat. Once they hit the mat, lift up a little higher and then reach your arms out in front of you. Just kind of lift. And then we're going to roll the spine slowly down. Take a deep breath in, reaching the arms all the way behind you. Keep your feet anchored to the mat as you lift your hands, lift your head. Peel your spine up, slow movement. Stretch forward. And then inhale, articulate into a long, straight back, shoulders down away from the ears. Breathe out, tilt the pelvis, gather the belly, and point the toes around the spine to roll down bone by bone. Inhale, arms behind. And exhale, curl back up. Stretch forward. Now breathe in, realign the spine, shoulders down away from the ears. We're going to breathe out, come halfway back, and hold here. Point the toes, squeeze the legs together, and twist to the left. Inhale back to the center, twist to the right. Inhale to the center, really reaching that arm to the corner of the mat behind you. Inhale, center, other way. And center, let's go. One more. Twist, center, twist, center. Hold the arms out in front of you, then lift the arms overhead. Inhale, lower back down, scoop the core to the, a little tighter if you want to make this a little harder. Lower the chest down a little closer to the mat. 2 more times, arms up. And down. Last one. Let's hold the arms up for 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly lower the arms down as you lower the chest down. And then hug your knees into your chest. A little bit of movement side to side. Good. Now lift your knees up to tabletop. Spine comes back into neutral. Little gap under your lower back. Hands off the edges of the mat. We're going to drop both knees down to the right as you turn your head to the left. So imagine a wall that kind of lifts up from the hips, that the knees just slide along that wall. So don't pull the knees in, don't let them go too far away. They're right over the hips as you drop the knees to one side, head to the other side. Exhale, narrow the waist. Imagine a belt tightening around your middle. Inhale down, exhale up. Last one, inhale down, exhale up. Now hold here when you come back to the center. Feel your head and shoulders up off the mat, or your chin to your chest. Extend your arms and legs long. Inhale, tuck the knees to the chest. Feet together, knees together as you stretch and bend. No movement through the head or shoulders. Think rib to hip connection, belly button pulled in tight. Stay here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Good. Pull the knees into your chest. Now take your hands behind the head just to give that neck a little bit of a break. We're going to extend your right leg out. Left knee stays in. Keep the shape of the legs as you lower the leg down and up. Just one more time. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Let's change the legs. Right knee in, left leg long. Scoop the core and take 2 times down and up. Modification is just to make the movement a little smaller. Let's go one more time. Each leg, right leg long, belly button in, 2 times down and up. Elbows wide, shoulders high. Down. You can also let the head come down to the mat. That's another modification. Switch the legs, low to high. Last one, and lift. Drop the shoulders, hug your knees into circle the knees around both ways. Good. Now again, let's take the hands behind the head and lift the toes up to the ceiling. Stretch the legs as long and straight as you can. Press your lower back down into the mat. Draw the belly button and lift your pelvic floor and lift your head and shoulders up so you're looking towards your thighs. Now we're going to turn the torso as you drop one leg down. So we're reaching to the opposite leg. Switch the legs. And twist. Slow, controlled movement. Long, straight legs. Stay here for 6. Elbow reaching up to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the shoulders, pull the knees in, just recover, stretching out your lower back. And then we're going to do something similar, but a little bit more modified into our crisscross. So head and shoulders come up, and now we tap the elbow to the opposite knee. So you extend one leg out and switch. Stay here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the shoulders back, draw the knees in. Lift the toes up to the ceiling. Head and shoulders curl up off the mat again. Lower back presses down. We're going to hold the back of the right leg. Try to walk your hands up towards the ankle. Straighten up the legs, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale, change. Again, try to get the hands up to the ankle. Get the legs nice and straight. And then flow it a little quicker. Stay there. 8, 7, 6. Little exhale, little puff of breath with each pull of the leg. 4 more. 3, 2, hold the last one. Now we're going to flex your feet. 8 more. 8 feet stay flexed. 7. Feel a little more stretch in the hamstring. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shoulders back, knees in. Take a deep breath. Okay, now just lift your knees up to tabletop. Wrap your hands across the sides of the waist. Pull the sides of the waist together. Draw everything in. Little bit of a gap under your lower back. So you've got that nice inward curve. Lowest back rib down on the mat. We're just going to tap right toe down and up. Left toe, just tap your toes. So they're 8. Imagine you're balancing a champagne flute on your abdominals. So this is all about stabilizing your lumbar spine and your pelvis as you move your legs. Stay 8, 7, just alternate. 6, tap the toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And lift both knees up. Lift your hands up. Extend the opposite arm and leg. Again, 8 and 7. Keep that lowest back rib on the mat. Keep your rib to hip connection, belly button in tight. No movement through the torso. Core strong, abdominals flat and strong. 4 more. 3, no bulging through the belly button. Last 2. And 1. Good. Hands behind the knees, chin to chest. Roll yourself up and flip over to all fours. Feel free to grab a quick sip of water. Okay, so now let's grab your band. And I want you to lay your band over your fingers, just folding it in 2, and lay it across your mat. The open end is at the middle of your mat, and that looped end is towards the end of your mat. It's a little bit of a diagonal. Your left knee is going to hold the band, and your right foot, we open up the band, and we slot your right foot into that loop. Extend the right leg out. So we're holding the band with the left knee, and it's wrapped tight around the right foot. Hands are directly beneath your shoulders. We got our rib to hip connection, core in tight. And then start lifting that right leg up and down. Lift and lower. Really lengthen through the heel. Make sure both hip bones point to the mat. Your spine's kind of right through that center line of your mat. Arms are straight. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3. Really squeeze that glute at the top of the movement. Hold the last one. Little pulse up. 8, 7. Just up an inch, down an inch. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the toe back down to the mat. Scoop the belly button up and away. Press the mat away. Tap the foot up and over, up and back, out and in. Again, no movement through the spine, no movement through the torso. Each time the toe touches the mat, we get a little burst of energy. Tap, lift, tap, lift. To the 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2. Last 1. Foot comes back in line with your hip. Again, press the mat away, zip the core tight, bend the knee, and point the sole of the foot up to the ceiling. Really lift that heel high and pulse up from there. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold. Get your rib to hip connection. Lift a little higher. 1 more set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg back out. Slide that foot out to the edge of your mat. Point your toe. Rotate the leg outward and lift up 8 times, leading with the pinky toe. Make sure you don't bend your left elbow. Stay here. 7, 6. Right hip points to the mat. Try not to twist or tilt the pelvis. 5, 4, 3. Slow it down. Last 2. And 1. Hold the last one up for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then lower the foot, bend the knee, and stretch back. Sitting back onto your heels. Extend your arms and circle your wrists. Drag your hands back. Just shake out any tension through the shoulders and then slide your band across your mat. So we're changing sides. We hold the band with our right knee. Loop it around your left foot. And extend that left leg back. So make sure you've got just about the right amount of tension. It's not too tight, not too loose. Hands under the shoulders, press into the pads of the fingertips to spread the weight right to the ends of those hands. Scoop your belly button up and away, and then lift the leg up and down. High to low. Really squeeze that glute at the top of that moving leg. Your standing leg is working as well. Just holding still. Stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one up. Little pulses up and inch, down an inch. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Foot goes back down to the mat. Scoop the belly button up and away. Tap up and over, up and back. Draw a little heel with that toe. Out and in. No movement through the torso. No movement through the arms. Press your mat away. Stay here. 6 and 5. Tap, lift. Tap, lift. Again, get that little burst of energy. Last 4, 3, 2. Hold the last one at the edge of your mat. Point the toe, turn the knee out, lift the leg up, hold at the top, inhale slowly down, lift up and hold. Make sure you're not bending into the right elbow. Inhale down. 6 more times, up and hold, and down. 5, lift, and release. 4, lift, hold, and release. 3, last 2, and then the last one, we're gonna hold up for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the leg down. There was one I missed. Bend your knee, sole the foot up to the ceiling, rib to hip connection. Lift the knee high and pulse up. 8, 7, stamp footprints on the ceiling. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's hold. Press the mat away. Lift the knee a little higher. Pull your heel in a little closer. One more set. 8, 7. Really lift that heel high. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now lower the knee down to the mat, toes together, knees apart. Sink back onto your heels. Slot your ribs between your knees. Stretch your arms nice and long. And breathe. Good. Just drag your hands back, sitting back onto your heels, and just roll your shoulders back. And roll them forward. Okay, now we need to take your hands, kind of wrap around your shoulders and lift the arms up. And down. Just one more big stretch, just opening up the shoulder blades, and then reverse it, lace the fingers behind the back, lift up and down. Good. Okay, change positions. Come to sitting and let's grab your brick. Again, let's place the brick between your knees. Let's grab the band. Keep the band folded in 2, hands about shoulder width apart. Feet flat on the mat. Squeeze your brick tight. Draw your belly button and lift your pelvic floors. Look at that deep core connection, and then round your spine. Roll yourself all the way back. Lift the arms up overhead as you squeeze the brick tight. Inhale, lower the arms back down. A little bit of a pull on the band. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. For 4. Get that scoop. Draw the belly button in. Rib to hip connection. Chin up. Last 2. And down. 1. Take the hands in front of you. Now we twist to the right, to the center. Left hand down and center. Twist right and center. No movement through the knees. Stay here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the center. Let's have a quick stretch. Just lengthen through the top of the head. And then round back into your C curve. Turn to the left. Band should be parallel to the floor, shoulders away from the ears. Squeeze your brick, go down an inch, up an inch. Tuck and lift. For 6, stretch your band. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're gonna hold the last one. Breathe out, lift the arms up overhead. Inhale, lower them back down. Same, twist a little further, arms up and down. One more time. Lift. And lower, and then take the hands back to the knees. Lift your chest, straighten everything out. And then drop right back down into your C curve. Tilt, scoop, round the spine, roll it back, turn to the right. Shoulders away from the ears. We start down an inch, up an inch. Stretch the band and lift. Stay there. 6, 5. Last 4. Squeeze the brick between the knees. 3. Rib to hip connection. Hold the last one, breathe out, lift the arms up overhead, out of the peripheral vision. Inhale down, twist a touch further. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. One more time, up and hold for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands back to the knees and lift and lengthen your spine. Good, last set. We're gonna come back into our C curve. Lift the band up in front of you, squeeze the brick tight, and we're gonna do a little bit quicker. Just twist right, up and over, left, right, and left. Turn the shoulders facing the band the whole time. Stabilize the lower body. Stay 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands back to the knees and just stretch out your back. Big inhale. Drop the band, but keep the brick between the knees, but turn it so you've got as much length, kind of the shorter dimension pointing up to the ceiling. So we're going to use that brick as a little bit of a compass. Roll yourself all the way back down onto your back and have your feet directly beneath your knees. Now press your lower back down into that. Scoop belly button in, big pelvic floor lift. Imagine you're pulling your tailbone up to your pubic bone, curling your pubic bone in towards your chest, drawing your hip bones together, carving out the belly button, just deepening that connection through the navel. Breathe into the sides of the rib cage, open the ribs out like an umbrella. And then breathe out, close your umbrella, close the ribs, and start peeling your spine up off the mat, bone by bone, all the way up. Now I want you to look down your body and try to button your ribs a little tighter towards your hips. Squeeze the brick a little tighter. Hands down on the mat, and we're gonna float your right leg up. Now make sure the brick doesn't start to tilt to one side. Just flex and point that right leg. Flex, point for 8, 7, 6. Keep the hips high. 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish with the foot flex. Slide that foot back into place. Transfer the weight without a big shift of the body. Send your left leg long. Check that that brick is still perpendicular to the floor. No tilting. Flex and point. Flex and point for 5, 4, 3, 2. Finish the foot flex. Slide it back in place. Now lift your hips a little higher. I want you to lift your fingertips up to the ceiling and come up onto tiptoes. So you can lift your heels up. Now we're going to lower the heels down and up. Breathe in and out for 4, 3, 2. Finish on the tiptoes. Heel tight. Squeeze your bricks. Lift the hips and then float your right leg long. Again, check the brick. Should be perpendicular to the floor. Flex and point. No tilting. Flex and point. Knees level. Hips level for 4, 3, 2. Finish with a pointed toe. Slot that toe back in place. Zip the core. No movement through the pelvis as you change legs and flex. Point. 8, 7. Brick perpendicular to the floor. Last 4, 3, 2. Finish with the toe pointed. Lower that toe down to the mat. Now lower your hips down. Squeeze to lift back up. Inhale, lower. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the inner thighs. Stay there. 6, 5, 4, last 3, 2, hold the last one nice and high, narrow your waist, breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you, and then breathe out slowly, melt your spine down to the mat, one vertebra at a time. Drop your heels, take your hands back to the sides, and let's take the brick away. Just to take a deep cleansing breath. We're gonna, again, imprint the lower back down into the mat, scoop and hollow the abdominals, start peeling your spine bone by bone up off the mat to a nice high bridge, and then lift your right knee up and touch the toe of the right knee to the inside of your left leg. Now lift that toe up to the ceiling, stretch the leg as long and straight as you can, walk your hands a little closer to your feet, lift the hips high and small circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Lift a little higher, narrow your waist, reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the right foot down. Let's lower the hips down. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, imprint the lower back down into the mat. Slowly peel your spine up, articulating every joint. Get your knees slightly close together, rib to hip connection. Left toe touches the inside of the right knee. Left toe then stretches up to the ceiling and then circle. 8, 7. Right knee stays still, pelvis stays still. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really press the mat away, lift the hips a little higher, reverse your circles. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower that left foot down, breathe in, reach the arms all the way behind you till the backs of the hands are touching the floor. Lift your hips a little higher, and then melt your rib cage down first. Middle back side, really tilting the pelvis so you can get through every joint of your middle to lower back before the hip bones and that pelvis and the tailbone come down. Take your hands back to your sides. Take a deep breath in. And then last shoulder bridge variation. Lifting straight up, zip the core tight, button your ribs towards your hips, and then lift your right knee up, but keep the knee bent. Now lift the toes on your left foot so you're balancing into that heel. Let's lift the fingertips up to the ceiling and lower the hips down and up. Bend and extend. Stay there. 6, 5. Make sure the hips come all the way to the mat and lift as high as you can. Big squeeze at the top. Last 4, 3, 2, hold high. Now lower the right heel, keep the toes up, lift your left knee up, drop the hips, extend, lift high, bend and extend. Hips down, hips up, stay there. 6, 5, 4, big lift. Again, hips down to the mat and all the way up. Last 2, 1 more, hold it high, both hips down to the mat, drop the toes down. And one last time, hands behind and melt your spine, articulate every joint, hug your knees into your chest. Add a little bit of rocking side to side. Hold the backs of the knees, draw your chin in and roll yourself up and find your balance. Elbows wide, shoulders back, chin up, hands along the sides of the legs and roll lower and lift. Breathe in and out. Now you can make this smaller, you can actually hold the backs of the knees if you want to modify, or make it really big. Low to high if you want to advance. Let's stay there for 4, 3, last 2, last 1. I'm going to hold the backs of the legs, pull the knees a little closer to the chest, roll the shoulders back, chest up, stretch the legs as straight as you can, bend the knees, extend and bend. Last 1, extend and hold. And then bend the knees. Now take your right hand to your left knee. Reach your left arm behind you and then see if you can straighten the legs out, twisting the shoulders. Breathe in, come back to our starting point. V-sit, knees to chest, shoulders back. Left hand to the right knee. Right hand reaches back to the corner of the room. Extend your left leg. Reach that right hand to the back corner. And then back to our starting point. Soles of your feet together and open your knees out. And just fold forward over your knees, over your feet. Knees out to the sides. Then hold your feet, drag your heels in a little closer. Sit up as tall and straight as you can as you ease those knees down towards the floor. Good. All right, so now we're going to come onto our side. I want you to prop your head up on the mat. Extend your top leg out long. Bottom knee is bent, hips are stacked. So we're not rolling back with that top hip, not rolling, tilting forward. One hip on top of the other, shoulders down. Lift the leg and lower, up and down. Stay there. 8, 7, 6. Try to get that leg straight. Lift your kneecap to extend the leg, get everything strong. 3, 2, hold it up, pulse up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the leg, kick the leg forward, sweep it back. Up and down, kick it forward. Get that hamstring stretch. Keep the foot in line with your hip. Don't let it sink down towards the floor. Up and down. 4 more. Forward, back, up, down. 3, up, down. Last 2, back, up, down, and 1. Back, up, and down. Now we extend the lower leg. Point your toes. Turn your knees up. Shoulders back. Bend the knee. Sweep the toe up to the ceiling, flex your feet, heels come back together. Lower leg stays hovering up the mat. Knee to ceiling, toe to ceiling, flex foot, heels back together. One more time. Knee up, really turn the knee out, reach the toe up, flex the feet. Now hold there. Squeeze the glutes, shoulders down away from the ears. Just make sure your hips are still stacked. Float the top leg up, bend the knee, and then like striking a mat to get that friction between the toe and your lower leg. And sweep, lift, bend, and sweep. 2 more, bend and sweep. Last one, lift, bend and sweep, and then just drag that knee back up, drop it to the front, take your hand behind your head, and drop your elbow behind, then extend your arms out. Take a big breath in, exhale, let it go, and let's circle that arm all the way around, trying to drag along the floor, keeping that front knee stuck down to the mat. Reverse your circles, go 2 times the other way. Good. And your hands come back together. Then you take your knees together and flip yourself over to the other side. Drop the head up, shoulders back, bottom knee bent. Top leg is straight, so heel, knee, hip, shoulders and head in a line. Hips are stacked, and we lift and lower, up and down for 8, 7, 6. Again, long straight leg. Make sure the front of that leg, that quad muscle is tight as well. Working into the glute medius, the hip stabilizers, this muscle here. Last 2. Hold it up. Pulse at the top. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower the foot in line with hips. Swing forward, back, up, and down. Kick it forward. Get that hamstring stretch each time, but stabilize your torso. Try not to round out your lower back too much, or kind of move the hips or the pelvis. Up, down. 3 more. Kick forward, not too fast. Up, down, 2, back. Full range of motion. Last 1. Forward, back, up, and down. Now extend your lower leg. Point the toes. Turn the shoulders out. Turn your toes out, and then bend the knee. Open up the hip. Toe to ceiling, flex foot, heels come back together, lengthening through the top of the head, bend, extend, and reach. 4. So this is really good for knee health. Last 2, extend and reach. Last 1, bend, extend, reach. We'll just do 4 in the opposite direction. Point the toes, squeeze the glutes, restack the spine, lift the leg up straight. Now bend the knees, sweep the toe along the lower leg, squeeze the inner thighs. Lift, bend, sweep, and squeeze. 2 more. Lift, bend, sweep, together, squeeze the inner thighs. Last 1. Bend, sweep, and squeeze. Hold, and then pull that knee back in, knee up to the ceiling. Drop the foot down, drop the knee forward, take the hand behind the head, and elbow reaches out behind you. Now open the arms out. Big inhale, exhale, let it go. Then we circle the arm all the way around. And then reverse your circles. Yeah. Now either take your knees back together, come up to sitting, and we're gonna come all the way up to standing, and try to just take your weight forward and see if you can stand without using your hands. Grab your water, have a quick sit, and we're gonna need the resistance band. So hopefully your band is fairly long and you have enough length to stand and hold it in each of your hands. Bend your knees and sweep your hips to the back wall, so you're in a half squat. Now if you have a shorter band, you can just go a little lower into your squat. Arms are slightly in front of your shoulders, belly button's pulled in tight, and we're gonna lift the arms up and down. Lift and lower. Keep the upper body nice and still. Ears, shoulders, ribs, and hips are all in a line, angled slightly forward, about a 45-degree angle. Looking down towards your mat. Stay there. 6, 5, keep the knees and feet together, squeeze the glutes a little bit. Last 3, 2, hold the last one up, circle back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms, stand, roll out your shoulders both ways. Bend into the knees, again, hips to the back wall, zip the core in tight. Arms out to just in front of the shoulders, up and down. 8, 7, 6, thumbs should be pointing up to the ceiling. 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the last one, circle forward. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the arms, stand, and roll your shoulders back. Roll them forward. And then change your grip on the band so that your palms face the back wall and your pinkies are out. You're holding the band between the thumb and your first finger, and then wrap your hands around your sides, pull your shoulder blades together behind your back, soften your knees, and then lift the arms straight up and down. Lift and lower. Really pull the shoulder blades together, arms straight, feeling the triceps at the back of your arm tightening with each extension. Lift, hold, and then slowly release. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, I want you to hold the next one up and now pulse your hands together behind your back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and maybe bend the knees a little deeper. Lift the hands a little higher. 2 more sets. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold. Now lift the arms, bend your elbows and extend. Slow movements, bend and extend. Really squeeze that muscle with each extension, lifting the elbow up the back of your arm, up towards the shoulders. Shoulders away from the ears, stay there. 5, 4, keep the elbows above and behind your spine. 3, 2, and 1. Now drop your band, shake your arms out. Lift your right arm up, bend your elbow, pull the elbow in, then connect the fingertips together behind the back. Get your rib to hip connection, lift your chin up, and then float up onto your toes, just to kind of force your body into a better alignment. Lower the heels down, release the hands. Left elbow pulls in again. Keep the chin up. Keep your rib to hip connection so we're not arching the back like that. Fingertips together behind the back. Add a little wriggle to get a bit more connection. Button your core in. Float up onto your toes. Chin high. And then lower your heels down. And let the hands go. Okay, shake everything out. Come down onto your front. So to finish off, I want your feet at the corners of the mat. Reach your arms out to the corners of the mat. Thumbs pointing up to the ceiling. Keep your feet anchored down and lift your arms, lift your chest up. Lengthen through the fingertips, slowly lower back down. Imagine you're in a heavy box in front of you. Feet stay stuck to the mat. Stay here. 4 more. And 3. Last 2. Big exhale with your lift. Hold the last one up. Stay there for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now come down. Now I want you to pull your elbows into a W shape. Make sure your fingers are above your elbows and then reach the arms up in front of you as you lower the chest. Elbows into the sides of the ribs, hands up, inhale down. So the movement of the arms kind of reflects the movement, mirrors the movement of your ears, your shoulders, and your ribs. So the fingertips should be where your head or your ears are. Your elbows are where your ribs are. So therefore the hands should be higher than the elbows. Last 2, keep the core tight, belly button pulled in. Hold the last one up. Hold there for 3, 2, and 1. Now lower everything down. Take your hands down along your sides. Walk your feet in so your heels are touching. Now we're going to lift the legs, lift the chest. Pull the shoulder blades together behind the back, turn the pinkies up to the ceiling. Lower everything down. Exhale, lift the chest, turn the arms, shoulder blades together, reach from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. Inhale, lower. Next one, let's try to lace the fingers behind the back. Reach the hands down the backs of the legs. Hold, and then come down. Last one, chest up, hands together, heels together. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the inner thighs, hold. And then take the hands under the shoulders. Sit back onto your heels. Stretch out your back. Good. Okay, so roll onto your back. All the way down. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Loop your hands around through the back of your left thigh. Pull that left knee in as you try to push your right knee out. Relax your head and shoulders down. Take a big breath and exhale. Let it go. Change sides, left ankle over the right knee, hands come around the back of the right thigh, pull the right knee in as you ease the left knee away. Good. And then keep hold of that right leg and lift the right toe up to the ceiling, extend your left leg down along the floor. Just see if you can walk your hands up to the back of the calf, flex and point. Flex and point. 3, 2, and 1. Change. Flex and point, flex and point. Head and shoulders relaxed. Good. See if you can walk your hands up a little bit further up the back of the leg. Good. Draw your knees into your chest, chin to your chest, roll yourself up to sitting. Cross your feet, flip over to all fours. Chin to chest, rounded spine, lift the knees all the way up, press into your heels. And then walk your hands back to your feet. Soften the knees, round the spine, roll yourself all the way up. Float your hands up, and then finish with a balance up onto your toes, core in, shoulders down, and then reach your arms out to the side and just swing the arms out. You're all set. Great. Well done, everybody. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Check into our social media. Keep up to date with the schedule because we're changing all the time. Let us know if you have any feedback, and we'll do our best to give you what you want. See you soon. Bye.